Everyone. I am Shiraz. I am an energy facilitator and belief shifter. And what we're going to do tonight is it's a kind of a free-for-all when we do clearing the crap sessions. I'm going to have conversations with you guys, and when I talk to someone, I can tell when your conscious beliefs don't match your subconscious beliefs. So you think you're trying to do something or you're acting a certain way, and your subconscious is like, nope, that's not it at all. So when that happens, I'll say, well, what you're saying isn't reading as true, so let's find out what the belief is. And I'll start looking for beliefs that are running in your subconscious mind. When I find one, I'll say, are you willing to destroy this belief? And I'll tell you what the belief is. And if you say yes and you mean it, the belief shifts. It goes out of your system. And oftentimes people will feel a physical sensation. We almost had a girl throw up on the afternoon session, so that was fun. But usually it's light and you feel happier, or you might feel a little dizzy. When I move energy, I tend to yawn or cough, so expect a lot of that through this call. And I may ask you, are you willing to step out of the story? Story is a repeated thing that happens in our lives, like always meeting the wrong person, not getting the job you want, never having enough money. If it's the same thing happening over and over again, you're stuck in a story. So I may say, are you willing to step out of that story? And again, if you say yes and you mean it, it shifts. When I'm working on any person on this call, the energy goes out to everyone on the call, so everyone can say yes when I ask the question, and things will move for you. It's the wonderful thing about energy. And if you ever hear me say, ow, it's because you're sending resistance to me. It's like feeling energetic daggers coming at me. And that's because you're holding on to this belief that we're discussing. And the ones you hold on to the most are usually the ones that keep you stuck the most. So we really want to move those. So that's about it, I think. Any questions on any of that?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you? What's going on?
I'm doing well. Okay. So, in the past week, I've had lots of positive changes. So, uh, that's positive and good. So, a lot of the stuff that I've been working on, I think, is still, or like a lot of my problems are now still being uh, fixed, just kind of like a residual effect of what I did last week. But still, I don't like doing things. Oh, so yeah, you're talking about staying in safety. That really resonated with me. Uh, the the show.
Okay.
So that, but more than that, is that I don't like doing things until I'm ready. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Are you
Like,
ever ready?
I resist doing things until, like, I have to know what's going on with me. I have to be in control of the situation. I have
Ooh.
to like I don't like going to new places even. I don't like doing new things until I know what's going to happen to me, until I'm ready to do it.
So until everything's safe.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah.
So what did I say about being safe on the show?
The thing I liked was I'll have to work with it more is it's like trying to drive from one place to another and only starting once you know
All
that
the
all
lights
the
are
lights are green.
green. Okay. So how often does that happen for you?
Basically never.
Okay. So maybe we want to change how we do that.
Yeah.
So, oh, okay. Are you willing to destroy the belief that you shouldn't do anything until you're sure it's completely safe?
Yeah.
Are you willing to destroy the belief that nothing is safe? Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would happen if you did something before you're sure that you're ready to do it?
Well, I could put myself into a situation where I'm not, I just, it feels too big. It's too, like, too much to handle or to
Okay. So how old are you being when that happens?
6.
Yeah. So what's happening is you got into a situation when you were 6 that was overwhelming, and to this day you're trying to avoid that feeling again, but it's just that incident from 6 years old. So are you willing to step out of the story of your 6-year-old self and step into the bigger, able to handle anything story of your current age?
Yes.
Oof. Okay. So are you willing to destroy the belief that the world is overwhelming?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that feel? Better, worse, same, or different?
No, it's much better.
Cool. All right.
I guess I'm also on a topic of safety, but in from different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in safety. Anywhere I go, like I'm going to do yoga today in the morning, and my heart hurts because I feel the pain on the teacher. And I'm going to the mall to meet a friend, and I had to like run away and right now I feel like my head is in a microwave, and just so much pressure and pain, and it's not me. It's almost like I don't have any barriers. I don't have any protection or whatever it is.
Okay.
Like and it feels like a lot of ET stuff and all of this stuff coming in out, and it feels like I'm just like this market. Everybody can come, everybody can go.
Okay.
Would love to change that.
Okay. So what happens when everyone comes and everyone goes? How does that affect you?
It's like everything that I have, it stays in my field. It stays in my.
Okay. So that's actually a decision you make, that when other people's energies and crap and whatever else comes by you, that you decide to keep it. Because you don't have to. It can just go right by you and not affect you whatsoever.
I know that on mental level, but somehow it doesn't work on energetic level.
Yeah, I know, because I can feel you resisting that.
Yeah.
So this way of being with how everyone else's energies affect you, who did you buy that from?
It's coming up like from my master.
Okay. So are you willing to step out of your master story on how energy has to affect you?
Yes.
Whew.
It's almost like I'm very psychic, so but unless I feel it right in my body, the pain, so I don't kind of maybe believe that I see it, or just pure awareness is not enough for me, so I feel and all the feelings and pain and everything of everybody else.
So why isn't pure awareness enough for you?
Not enough for me, I mean.
Okay, why isn't pure awareness not enough? Why is pure awareness not enough for you? There we go.
It seems like I don't believe like that. It's like, is it really awareness of what is there, or it's like I just make it up? But if I really like feel what they feel, I know kind of on the physical level that's what's going on, right? I'm not sure, but that's what's coming up.
Okay. So are you willing to destroy the belief that it's not real until you can experience it physically? Ow.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently not so much.
So, but look at it this way. If you can start functioning where you can just go off awarenesses, how much easier would your life be?
Oh, my life would be paradise.
Okay. So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Paradise is a good thing? No, paradise apparently is a bad thing. Interesting.
Okay. So are you supposed to be able to do things easier than your master?
Am I supposed to do things like my master? No.
Yeah. So that's the problem here is you've got someone that you learned from that you feel is wiser and more powerful and knows how things work. And you're not allowing yourself to be different or bigger than that person.
But this person is not even from this lifetime.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
So are you willing to destroy the belief that you cannot be more aware and more potent and more powerful than your master?
Yes.
Ooh. There we go. So now let's try it again. Are you willing to destroy the belief that you have to feel something in order for it to be real?
Yes. It's almost like, yeah, I experienced that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Okay, how's that feel?
The tension is shifting. There's a lot of like energy release, but still a lot of tension on the top of the head, kind of like pulling energy. It feels like, my head is in a microwave. That's how I better describe it.
So are things supposed to be easy?
Apparently not. Apparently, like things supposed to be struggle and pain is it's like on the pedestal of this world.
So what do you get out of it when things are really hard?
I can overcome and show that I'm strong enough to overcome them.
Okay. But wouldn't you show you're much more potent and powerful if you don't have to make things hard?
Absolutely. I think like if I can make
Okay.
things from air, that would be way easier.
Okay. So the belief that the best way to show your potency is to overcome struggle. Are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
Are you willing to destroy the belief that if it's not hard and there's no struggle, it's not satisfying?
It's not that, yeah, it doesn't have value, right? Yes. Yeah, it's almost like coming up that in order to be worthy, it has to be like challenging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oof, wow, a lot of charge on that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How's that feel?
More tension. It's almost like the box open up.
Yep. It feels a lot lighter now.
Yes, it's like the box open up. It's still tension, but not like oof. And there is some shooting pain in the head.
Okay, cool. All right. Anything else?
I guess it's also like the thing that I have to heal everyone without even knowing that I'm doing it.
Okay. So that's a big ego component.
Yeah, like a guru kind of thing.
So are you willing to destroy the belief that It's not that you have to. Are you willing to destroy the belief that you will be admired if you heal everyone around you, whether they want it or not?
Yes, I would even say not around me, but to the last person on earth. That's kind of like that. I was Moses at some life, and I said something like that. I wow that at the earth that I'm gonna heal everyone until the last person on earth before I can do anything for myself.
Okay, so are you willing to destroy the belief that?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. Ooh, wow. Okay, that was a big one.
Yeah, Asian kind of.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how's that feel?
Lighter again.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Cool. All right, there you go. Okay, so we will go to...
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so I'm feeling sad, confused, frustrated, frustrated.
There.
So I'm not exactly sure, if my issue is about receiving or ego or control. I'm confused. It's around a work thing. Mm-hmm. And I had an expectation. I was visualizing and trying to manifest an event with lots of people.
Yep.
And, there's not lots of people. And I'm confused.
Okay.
It's
so
sorry, go ahead.
When you're creating something, then if what shows up isn't what you expect, the trick is not to be attached to the outcome and still be okay with whatever comes up.
Which is why I'm thinking, okay, is this an ego thing? Because I'm thinking, okay, how is this going to reflect on me, and how is that going to possibly change my chances of working with this client again? Mm-hmm. Or is it, a reflection of, okay, that was telling. I thought there'd be a bigger audience showing up, so I need to change my trajectory.
Okay. So you're basically putting the result of this event, you're putting your reputation on the result of this event.
Sort of. Yeah. It's my opportunity of possibly working with them again.
Okay. So the belief... Okay, so the belief that your opportunities hinge on this event and its attendance, are you willing to destroy that?
Yes.
Okay. Remember that you're creating all your opportunities. So the same way you created the opportunity of this event, you can create another opportunity, another opportunity, another opportunity. And when you start worrying whether I'm going to have opportunities or, whether I'm going to have enough people and all that, you're going into a lack mentality. But if you're really in flow with the universe, then you know that more opportunities are just going to keep showing up, and your events are going to get bigger and bigger as you tap into flow more and more. So So what you want to do is get out of this place of, oh my God, look how few people I have at the event, to, wow, look at the people I have at the event, and how can I make this event so special and wonderful for all the people that show up. Right. So several years back, I was traveling with the singer Paris Black, and
Who?
Paris Black is his name. Right. So, and he was at the time he was topping the Canadian charts for contemporary music, and we'd go to different events, and he'd like have hundreds of fans and showing up, and all these screaming teenage girls that wanted to get close to him. And we went to this one event in Oshawa, and apparently they didn't advertise it enough or something went on, but we got there and there was like 100 people there and something that held 1,000. And he was so upset. And I said, listen, forget how many people are out there. You're going to go out and you're going to connect with the people out there. You're going to give such an amazing performance that every person that comes here is going to go out from this concert and say, you missed the most amazing kick-ass concert. And so I said, so don't worry about the numbers, because now you get a chance to be more intimate with all the people that are there. So he went out and he did that performance, and that's exactly what happened. And despite the numbers, the reputation of how great that concert was just spread out from there. And the following events went really, really well. So if he had been in that place of, oh, there's not enough people and this feels like a failure and, oh, what's going to go on, there's no way he would have had the same energy in that performance. And so people would have said, well, that's why people didn't show up, and that's why we're not going to show up to the next one. And it just carries on from there. So it's whatever energy you bring to whatever you're doing. Right? Yep.
No, I mean, I've got myself into that mindset, and I'm deeply committed to just doing the best event, the awesome event I can. I guess I'm kind of thinking, okay, I'm reading into the situation like, oh, what does this mean? And blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Now, what if it doesn't mean anything? What if it's just what's happening?
True. True.
Okay.
That is a possibility.
Yeah. So that's interesting. If you had 100 people or 500 people or 1,000 people show up to this event, would you be able to take care of them in the way you can take care of smaller groups of people?
It would be completely different.
Okay.
I feel more validated. Interesting. Okay. It would be a different type of intimacy that I could create.
Okay. Would it be better?
No, different.
Okay. So are you willing to destroy the belief that you have to keep the events small enough so that you can give everyone the attention they need?
Yes. Oh, that's interesting, because I've been hovering around kind of the same numbers as opposed to it getting bigger. Okay, yep. Can you say more about that?
So this is something I went through with some of my classes too, in that I realized I was limiting the numbers in some of my classes so that I could give each person individual attention in the amount of time we had to work with.
Right.
But at the same time, when we're on something, a bigger call or a bigger event, then whenever I'm working with people that don't get worked on usually come up to me and said, I got so much out of what you did with the other people, so it didn't matter that you didn't get to me. Right? So that helped to shift a lot of things for me. But when you're stuck in that place of trying to be caring and trying to take care of everyone that's there so that everyone gets this wonderful experience, then you limit what you're going to do, even though you don't need to, because everyone can still have a wonderful experience whether there's 5 of them or 500 of them. Right? So, and it's funny because the one thing that really snapped me out of it was I was watching a Tony Robbins event, and it was in the stadium. So there's thousands and thousands of people. I'm like, well, obviously they're getting something out of it because they're paying lots of money to come there and see him as a speck on the stage. So there's ways to facilitate big crowds and still have everyone really happy. So, okay, there's still some resistance in there. So are you willing to destroy the belief that you don't have the capacity to deal with crowds on a big scale?
Yes. Because when I'm visualizing, I'm trying to actually visualize stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's something else there that needs to shift because that's where my mind is going.
And does it feel good when you visualize stadiums?
It's cool. It's like super cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I've been watching videos of, I was watching actually a Queen video of them playing a huge concert, but the camera was from their angle. So you're watching the audience from their viewpoint. And I'm like, oh, just to feel what that would feel like being on stage.
Okay. So that's one other thing that's coming up that I was talking about in the show. So are you willing to destroy the belief that you need to minimize your crowds to minimize the possibility of negative outcomes and responses and experiences?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that was a big one. Because sometimes that's what happens is we don't want to get 1 or 2 bad reviews out of 100. So we say, okay, let's just keep it down to 10. So then I probably won't get any bad reviews. So.
No, I completely know. If you please 90% of the people, then you're doing like,
yep.
Always people that are just not a good fit.
And consciously we get that, but unconsciously it's that fear of what if I get a review and it's just horrifying and they just rip me to shreds. I'd rather just make sure that doesn't happen.
Mm.
Why we want to work on that belief.
Mm.
Okay, so how are you feeling? Better, worse, same, or different? Ooh, that actually triggered something when I said, what if they just rip me apart?
Well, actually, I was going to invite a couple of people, and I thought, oh no, they're going to be a pain in the butt, so I'm just not even going to bother inviting them. So maybe that was
very
good.
Okay, so are you willing to destroy the belief that you can only allow people to come in that you know will be positive and enjoy themselves? Ooh. Okay, so how's that feel?
Good. Okay, so in the 2.5 hours remaining of availability of people to be able to sign up,
yep.
I can do now to put it out there.
See, but this is you worrying about it.
I am.
Don't worry about it. Whatever happens, happens. It's going to be great. When you're worried about it happening, you actually stop the energy flow, right? So how worried have you been this whole time about how your numbers are going to be?
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
So let's stop worrying now, right? Just assume that the numbers you've got are the numbers you're going to get, and if it gets bigger, that's wonderful. If not, you still got a nice turnout, and just go and knock them dead tomorrow. Look at you. Okay.
I know. I'm inside. I'm going.
This,
I want to do something to affect the outcome. I know. Not helping.
yeah. When you keep trying to affect the outcome, you stop things up. So stop trying so hard to make it happen. Right? It's allowance versus force, and you're in this force energy.
So, yeah, control. Right?
Yeah. Stop trying to control everything. Okay. So the belief that controlling everything is the only way to get the outcome you want, are you willing to destroy that?
Yeah.
And you have to think about this. When you're an organization it's basically like a multi-million-dollar organization, right? So they have the resources to bring people into your event. If people aren't coming into your event, then they're not utilizing their resources, and you're not opening up the possibilities for more people to show up. Right? So I'm just thinking, if you have a discussion about them about the attendance, you telling them that you brought in more people than that entire organization might make a big point for them. Right?
Seriously, I've put more bums in their seats than they have, and it's like, I don't get it.
Yeah. So don't worry about it, because you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So when you sit in that and know that you did what you could do, you did everything you could, and you actually did better than them, then you'll get to a place that's more ease, because you outperformed a multi-million-dollar company. Think about it.
Oh, yeah, but I'm also thinking, okay, like, if they can't put the bums in the seats with the reach they've got, then like maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree and got to rethink this.
Well, if that's the case, then that's the case. But you still have to be in this place that it's going to work out. You created this opportunity, you will create more opportunities. You created this one so easily too, you can do it just as easily with other things, or by building on what you've done here. So relax, let it happen.
Right.
It's going to be fine. Right? I mean, I remember when I would do a workshop in Mississauga, and I'd drive an hour to get there, and one person would show up for it. And I'm like, oh, well, this is going to be fun. Right? So, but and this still happens. Like, I don't usually get one, but I'll go out, and a couple people will show up to one workshop, and I'll go, and then like last night, it was eight or 10 people showed up to that workshop, and it's I just let whatever happens, and as a result, everything keeps growing, because I just keep allowing that flow to go. So don't look at it for this one thing. Look at it that you are growing, you are making connections, and things are going in the direction you want it to go. Okay. Okay, you're starting to look a little lighter there. How are you feeling?
Oh, I got the fuck it's again. Fuck it. Whatever happens.
Well, that's where you want to be. You want to be at the fuck it, whatever happens. That's the easy place.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's taking a lot of energy to try to control and worry and
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, and then there doesn't not a lot of energy to work for you to try to control it. It's just like, oh, okay. Stay in ease. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hey.
So, what I wanted to work on in this moment, it seems like I'm having a recurring pattern where I always wind up being the one who's wrong, or told that I'm wrong, or that's not what someone said, or that I misinterpreted. And it's like, what the is this about?
Okay.
can't seem to put my hand on, or my brain on what this is about.
If you're not in control, will you always be wrong?
Sounds like a double thingy question. If I'm not in control, will I always be wrong? I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm having trouble parsing that question. Maybe this is the reason.
Yep.
So if I'm not in control, I see. So we're back to our lovely control topic. Awesome. So if I'm not in control, will I always be wrong? Well, how can I be working very hard to get to a yes or no answer, and I'm not getting there? Can we approach this a different way?
Oh, can we approach it a different way?
Yes, please.
Okay. So first of all, what's wrong with being wrong?
It's simply a state. For me, it's a challenge of being told that I didn't hear someone correctly over and over and over. And I'm like, this was in the month of active listening. I've been active listening. I feel like I've been listening, and I was echoing back to you what you said, and yet now you're telling me that I was wrong, that I'm wrong. I'm like, very frustrating.
But when you echoed back what they said, were they agreeing at the time, and then later they told you were wrong?
That's what it felt like to me, yes.
Okay.
But they claim that my memory of what they said was different than what they think they said at the time. And I'm like, I didn't make a recording of it, damn it.
Okay. So was the problem that you were wrong, or was the problem that they needed to be right?
It kind of felt like they needed to be right.
Okay. So are you willing to be an allowance that they may just need to be right, even if they agreed you were right in the first place?
Yeah. That might just be it.
Yeah. So, okay. Trying to get the energy of the clearing there. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to go straight in and pull that out.
Oh,
Sorry.
I couldn't get the mute button. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, how's that?
Gonna go with different. Yeah. But oh, Ducky. Sorry, I just touched the "is this done?" and got the "no, that's the tip."
That's what he said.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
All right.
Let it shift. It's still moving.
Nothing larger than I can handle.
Yep.
It'll shift. Okay. Oh, that is weird. I'm getting one of those senses I don't know how to process, like some perception of scent that I don't know how to interpret. It's like
Well, instead of trying to get an interpretation to it, just have the experience and let it go.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's yes.
Just going to flush your field here. Okay, how's that feeling?
I'm again going with different. Yeah, I'm just going to describe it because I don't know. Yeah, I'm going with the scraping out the gunk behind the eyeballs was a very weird feeling. Apparently needed to be done, but goodness.
Oh, so you can see clearer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so always remember that when you're interacting with people, you have to start looking into their world to see what's going on, because what they might be saying might be completely contradictory to what you've decided or what you've become aware that reality is. And when they're saying, well, you're wrong, that's not what I meant at all, because they needed to be right or because they've changed their stance, you go into the whole question like, wait, I thought everything was great, and it was, but now it isn't. So.
And so do you mean that the vocabulary definition differences might be different? Or do you mean the entire structure of their universe is different?
Could be either, but usually ends up being the latter.
Yeah, okay. Couple decades around poly people, I've definitely learned to make sure we sort out the former. Because, yeah, it's always fun when three people hear a word and they all have different meaning in their head. Makes the conversation very challenging to get right, or at least agreed upon.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
Okay, I have a question about the health problem.
Okay.
My hearing is getting worse and worse. And I don't know why, and is it from work or what makes it getting worse?
So did you say it was your hearing that's getting worse?
Hearing, yeah.
Okay. So first thing that pops into your head, what don't you want to hear?
I don't know, probably. Problems, I don't know.
You don't want to hear the problems.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you willing to destroy the belief that the best way not to hear the problems is to not hear?
Yeah.
Are you willing to destroy the belief that you need to do whatever it takes to make the problems go away?
Yes.
Keep in mind, if you're focused on the problems at work and that work always has problems, then you're just going to attract and create more and more problems. So you want to shift out of that and start looking at what you love about your job and what you enjoy doing and the great aspects of the job, and off the problems of the job. And if you don't have any great aspects of your job, then you have to decide, am I in the right job, or is this just draining me and causing me to become ill?
Okay.
So do you enjoy your job in some aspects?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
So stay focused on those, because when you stop focusing on the things that are the problems, they lose power. And as long as you focus on the things that are great, those gain power, and the positive energy around that seeps into other areas of your life, and basically starts counteracting all the problems, and you'll see a shift in what goes on at work.
Okay.
Okay. So are you willing to destroy the belief that work will always have problems you hate and can't handle?
Yes.
Whew. Here we go. Okay. Is that better, worse, same, or different?
I would say the same.
Okay. Is anything else coming up around problems at work or things you don't want to hear?
No, the main thing is problems. I don't want to hear about problems or losing money. This is also I don't want to hear.
You don't want to hear about losing money?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you've been hearing that a lot?
No, but from time to time, and there are some events. Actually, lately, it happened to me to lose money, which was totally unexpected.
Okay.
I was hoping that I will get a raise, but I got an answer that I will not get a raise, but I will start doing my job for less hours. So basically, I'm losing money this way.
Okay. So are you willing to destroy the belief that it's better not to hear than to hear the things you don't want to hear?
Yes.
Ooh, that was a big one. Okay, how's that feel?
A little bit better.
Yeah. Okay. Are you willing to destroy the belief that things are just going to get worse at work? Ow.
Wow. Yes, yes. Everybody's hoping that things will get better, right?
Well, you just want to go into this place of knowing things will get better, and not even knowing things will get better at work, just that knowing things will get better. Because when you're in that energy, things could get worse at work, but then something else will come up, a better opportunity will come up, and you can just shift into that. But everyone that's worried about what's going on at work is just contributing to things getting worse at work. And so that's why you want to be in this more positive place. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Good. So are you willing to destroy the belief that you have no effect over what happens at work?
Yes.
Okay. How's that feel?
That's way better.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, please, if it's possible. I have the belief that I cannot help myself. I can help everybody else, but I cannot clear myself. I cannot heal myself. I cannot heal my family and
Oh,
myself.
are you actually allowed to heal yourself?
No.
Okay. So are you willing to destroy the belief that you're not allowed to heal yourself?
Yes.
Are you willing to destroy the belief that you're supposed to take on the problems and pain of the world?
Yes.
And are you willing to destroy the need to be a martyr?
A murder?
A martyr.
I'm like, murder?
That would be
Martyred. Yes.
okay. It's almost the same thing when you think about
Yeah, pretty much. You mean like the need to be a savior?
it. Yes, but a martyr is a savior that has to die.
Yes. Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. How's that feel?
That's one is deep one.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Just I'm the martyr. Yes, I'm still the martyr.
What do you love about being a martyr?
I guess the fame.
Yeah. So
Oh,
the need to be loved and admired for everything you do. Are you
like
willing
recognize. Yeah.
and recognized? Are you willing to
Yeah.
destroy that?
Yes.
Okay. Better, worse, same or different?
Better.
Cool.